So, see here, this is what it's all about. This is the landscape, the mysticism, the mist, the sacred site in the landscape, in the mist, the fairy tale, the poetry, the irrational and the rational, the modern world and the ancient world, and which is the more long-lasting. Here's a vehicle. Here's a gateway between worlds, between times, between the modern and the ancient. Here's a row of stones. The stones have tones. Stones leave marks. Marks form a way. The way has been covered over, and yet somehow not all the way is completely so mystified as to have been removed by the farmers. So here are the megalithic, left behind by the megaliths. The megalithics. This is called a chambered cairn, although the large pile of stones which most of these places have piled over them are missing from here. And this place measures the rising and setting points of the sun, moon and stars, the planets. The stars like Sirius A and B kind of thing. So there you have it. That's like the 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 on a clock. There's noon or winter solstice. And this here would be the autumn equinox. And that way there would be the spring equinox. This here would be the southern hemisphere or summer solstice. So this is what the poetry is about when it says things like the return of the fairies, from those who remember to those who do not. Here is a little story for those who forgot, of a race of fearless people, noble, strong and bold, who live as one with nature and never will grow old. Sculptors of the landscape and servants of the lore, made into we folk by Christians, we were mighty gods before. Gods of myth and magic, of heroic deed and fame. A hero's faith may well be tragic, yet death is but a game in a place before time existed. Before man's minds were even born, we built up mighty monuments amidst the hazel, oak and thorn. We plotted all the seasons by the sun, the stars and moon. And sure we built the very first temples, for we knew you would need them soon. For the day would come when we would pass on and give of our sacred monuments to you. For it's there in the plan, make time and space for the man to learn and to trust in the truth. And so we left you and waited as your dreams accelerated, and we watched you and laughed as your progress you graphed, and we have listened in anguish at your foul use of language. But now we come to celebrate you as you learn to vibrate. Now we come to remind you of the beauty inside you. Now we come to invite you, we come to excite you, to help you remember Tir na Og, the land of ever living, ever young. For know that now your time is fading, and we've had enough of your trading, for no longer is there room for your hungers to consume. For no longer are there moments for you to continue nature's torments. For now we shining beings of love come descending from above, from within, without and forever. We come together, forever together, together, forever we have come to recreate our world anew, to make all of our dreams come true. Children of light and Lucifer's babies, Templar knights and beautiful ladies, we've come back for our home, long stolen by Rome. We've come back to our womb, which you call our tombs. We have come back with our birthrights, our blessings and songs. We've come back to remind you you've been sleeping too long. Release all your powers, release all your fears, release all of your anger, and make way for your tears. There is no need now for worry or separation or grief. The apocalypse is well and truly upon us now, revealing all home. 'Tis a sacred release. So make way for the true kings, the druids and queens, for we hold her powers despite how things seem. For we hold her powers, for we are her dreams. For we hold her powers, for we are the she. For we hold her powers, for we are the she. For we hold her powers, for we are the she. For we her powers are the she. She comes from within and spreads without, and none can evade her, and none can avoid her, for she is Creatrix, the mother of all. Creatrix, Creatrix. She makes tricks with Pa Tricks the matrix in May. Nowhere is a story, a tale to tell, which all began with a ring and a bell. A ring of roses, a sonnet full of sound, a mix of rhyming riddles, a logic to confound. A maze of ways in which to say the rippling waves of fairy tales weave secrets into sound. So Pa Tricks again may descend to earthly plane to live again a life on sacred ground. Let me just show you here, this is yarrow. This is such a holy healing plant. This rebalances anything that might be wrong with you. If you're too hot, it'll cool you down. If you're too cold, it'll warm you up. Yarrow. Ancient, what people these days called weed. The thing about a weed is it's so resilient that no matter how much we spray it with chemicals and try to kill them all off, you can't kill off the weeds. More likely to kill yourselves with your chemicals than kill the weeds. So who knows what's true anymore? You can't take anyone's word for anything, really, kind of thing. It's an information overload. But the thing about these particular sacred sites is they're built in such a way with the knowledge of the earth that they've got layers and layers of organic and inorganic materials, or stones and rocks and soils, that form layers of insulations that essentially make a capacitor, which makes this place into an energy storage place. So it's constantly breathing in and out, expanding and contracting like a heart, which is generating energy and storing energy to be able to run a body. And so the idea is that, like there are so many blood streams running through the heart, there are so many ley lines running through places like this. So places like this are the limbic system of the earth, you could say. And you could also say that they are the vagus nerve system of the earth. holding the memories, if that makes sense. And free radicals may well be bopping about who are able to transmit energy between these worlds, joining neurons with flashes of inspiration, which may well be how that poetry got written, or how the bards and the ancient seers were able to cross between these worlds in the same way as information is supposed to cross between these brain neurons, if you're to believe things you can learn from scientists or just read off Wikipedia. Which I was doing yesterday to try and understand more about the brain and what humans understand about the brain, which is apparently not very much. And the different ideas humans have about the mind, which are pretty wacky, going back just a couple of 100 years ago. But the relationship between, the dualism between the invisible and the visible, between the metaphysical and the physical, between the mind and the body, kind of thing. Represented by the two frontal lobes, one of which governs language and one of which, I guess, governs dreams or visuals. But I don't know. I'm just feeling into it and thinking about it rather than taking the word of God as if God is a scientist, or as if the scientists are enlightened, kind of thing. But anyway, there's a few thoughts for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.